You are about to come across this animal right at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Gemini. You are about to come across this animal at around the beginning of this week. There is something going to be so different about this animal. There is something going to be so unusual about this animal. But most certainly and most importantly, there is something so mysterious going to be about this animal you're going to see, and about this animal you're going to come across. And the moment in time you see this animal, the moment in time you come across this animal right at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Gemini, that means that now it's the right time for you to stop over analyzing and do what you need to do. Okay, and you will know exactly what am I talking about here, because your number when it comes to numerology is number 55, which means that your mind is going to be so sharp and you are going to feel so sharp. So therefore, at this very moment in time, things are going to be rather crystal clear when it comes to exactly what you need to stop over analyzing. Okay, at this stage of your life, you need to make an important decision, okay, when it comes to you over analyzing, and you will know what that is, because at around that particular time, the moment in time you see your omen, the moment in time you see this animal, at that moment in time you are gonna be in this mode where you're gonna be over analyzing something that's so obvious. At this stage of your life, you need to walk away from. Okay, so the moment in time you see this animal, the moment in time you come across this animal, my gorgeous Gemini, at that moment in time you also need to know that it's time for you to stop over analyzing. And you need to make an important decision to walk away from something here. And you will know what that is. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. This is something that has been restricting you. This is something that has been obstructing you. This is something that has been preventing you to move on with your life, to move forward with your life. But you are indeed going to find this as a difficult choice. You're going to need to accept this. And the moment in time you accept this, like you need to do this, at this moment in time, oh my God, you are going to reconnect with yourself at such a high level. And straight away after that moment in time, not only the process of you finally moving on with your life, it's going to start, but not only that, but you're also going to grow, you're spiritually going to evolve, and you're going to start seeing things from a completely different perspective, which is ever so needed at this stage in your life. When you start seeing things from a different perspective, it also means that you've learned such a great lesson when it comes to like a certain aspect of your life. So when it comes to your future, you're not going to not only you're not going to repeat the same mistake again, but you're actually going to learn, believe me or not, like completely invaluable lesson when it comes to your life in general. You see, this is why this is going to be so important, because you are going to become so much wiser. Oh my God, wiser. You are going to become so much wiser, my gorgeous Gemini, you know, and this is the pure sign of your own growth, and also is the pure sign that a new phase of your life is about to begin. This is ever so important. You need to take this very seriously indeed. And also, a day or two later, you know, my gorgeous Gemini, a day or two later, it's to do with this particular person in your life. Somebody very intelligent, somebody quite smart, somebody who is like a pretty much so home orientated. You know, this person loves their home. This person is very intelligent, and this person is very kind of practical in general. They seem to be somebody who naturally knows everything about everything. Do you know what I mean? One of those people, and most certainly an old soul, most certainly an old spirit. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. Somebody really kind of good looking, you know, on the inside and on the outside, you know, somebody really beautiful in general, but also somebody who is quite spiritual, but not many people know that this person is actually really spiritual. This person is somehow connected to number 3, for example, very strongly. Maybe it's to do with their date of birth, maybe it's to do with their time of birth, maybe it's to do with their year of birth. It really depends, but this person is very strongly connected to number 3. This person is spiritual, but not many people knows that this person is spiritual. Not many people know that side of this particular person. Only people who knows this person really well are aware of this side. So you will be speaking to this person, you will be talking to this person. This is most certainly somebody in your life. You appreciate this person a lot, and this person also appreciates you, and somebody who you really trust, and you most certainly should trust to this person. This is definitely not the type of person who you say something to and then this person goes from one person to another. Do you know what she said? Do you know what he said? Blah blah. No, baby, no. This is somebody who just does not see a life through this particular lens, which are not really nice or helpful to anybody whatsoever. So this is somebody really trustworthy indeed, who you're gonna be talking to at around the beginning of this week, you know, and this person is really kind of going to, you know, really give you such a wise advice. This person is going to give you a really wise advice, my gorgeous Gemini. Not only this person is going to give you a really wise advice, but through this person you're going to become a really courageous. Through this person is going to inspire you. This person is really going to inspire you. That's the most important thing here. You see, this wonderful person is really going to inspire you, and you're gonna start to feel really courageous. You're gonna start to feel really confident, and you will know through this person which a plan exactly you should stick to. You will know through this person which plan exactly you should stick to, and not only that, but you're gonna become courageous. You're gonna become confident, you know, and to do something additional, to do something really specific. It's about you knowing which plan to stick to, but it's also you knowing what exactly do you need to do, my gorgeous Gemini, in order to commit yourself to it. There is something really specific you're going to do. It's not only about you realizing this, it's not only about you opening your eyes, but there is something really specific you're actually going to do. And this is the part of that wise advice that this person is going to actually tell you as well. You are gonna do something really specific. It's the beginning of like a really important commitment here, you know, but it is to do with you sticking to the plan. So through this person you will know which plan do you need to stick to, and there is also something additional that you're actually gonna do, and that in itself is gonna lead towards you committing yourself to it like never before. And at the same time you are taking care of yourself, you're taking charge of your own life, you're setting the boundaries, you're protecting yourself, you're protecting your own energy. And not only that, but whichever plan you know you are going to realize that you really need to stick to right now, it's also going to work out to be really successful for you. There is a major accomplishment and success which is going to come out of it in 1 year time. In as little as 1 year time, your life is in general going to be pretty much so different, and there is something major that you are going to achieve through this. This is only the beginning of a really beautiful stage when it comes to your life, my gorgeous Gemini. I need you to be as open-minded as you can. Seriously, this time of your life is more important than you can possibly imagine. There is a reason why you're gonna feel inspired throughout this week. There is a reason why. You're going to have all sorts of ideas when it comes to your future throughout this week. Something really big is happening, and you really need to go with this rather powerful flow and see where is it going to take you. Your entire life is about to change. That's why I need you to believe in yourself right now more than ever. Do not allow any challenge or any do not allow any challenge or anything like that, or any risk, that you need to take to stop you. You need to come out of your comfort zone right now, okay? By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Gemini, do you know that something really kind of unexpected, but don't get me wrong, I'm not being a dark something a little bit unexpected and something a little bit negative, it's actually going to take place at around the mid-week, okay? And this in itself, it's like you will see that something, something kind of a little bit negative, it's going to happen, and it's gonna require your response like immediately, like straight away. And you're gonna find this really difficult to deal with, because you will realize that, whatever this is gonna throw you out of balance just a little bit. You will see that something has come to an end in your life. Okay, that's the bottom line. You will see that something has naturally and organically come to an end in your life, although it's not going to seem like that straight away, because you really are going to be surprised when it comes to this. But you must not allow this to affect you too much. I know that this is going to cause things to be a little bit difficult for you, but then again, you listen, there is something really great going to come out of it. Listen to me very carefully. Yes, something is going to come to an end. Yes, this is going to be completely unexpected. You can literally expect the unexpected here. I'm not being funny. You can expect the unexpected here. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. So naturally, our normal response is like, oh my God, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? And then you're going to think like, oh, my life is just going to be so difficult now. But then again, the more you think, and then again, you're going to feel the need to be by yourself after that. You're going to feel the need to maybe take a little break and recharge your batteries. Maybe you're going to feel like you want to spend some time in nature. Maybe you're going to feel like you want to meditate a little bit. Maybe you're just going to feel like you need some time to think. Maybe you're just going to feel you need some you need some time alone. This is going to come in all sorts of ways. So first of all, something a little bit negative is going to happen. Something is going to come to an end, which is really going to blow you away. This is going to throw you out of balance just a little bit, and it's going to reflect on you in such a way where you're going to be thinking about it a lot. It's our natural response. It's the way we respond to things, and you're going to feel like you need some time on your own. You need some time by yourself. And then suddenly you're going to have this insight. It's going to come to you completely out of the blue. This, you are just going to be reminded of this idea you've had for a while. You're going to be reminded this amazing idea you've had for a while. And now you're already going to start to feel really pleased, that this situation happened, this negative situation happened. You're going to start to feel pleased because this idea that you're going to be reminded of that you had for a while, it's literally about to take over. Seriously. Now this idea is going to grow more and more and more, and it's all going to start making sense here. So now from this you go to that, from feeling negative and down and surprised, unpleasantly surprised that something has come to an abrupt end. Now from this you go to, oh my God, I'm so glad this has come to an end. I'm so glad this has come to an end. This has come to an end, because if it didn't, I would never be able to do anything about this idea, this amazing idea I had for a while. What am I going to do next? Absolutely brilliant. So now you're going to start feeling it. Now it's all going to start making sense. Now you're going to see things from a completely different level, from a completely different angle. You're going into your psychic mode where you're going to become aware of things you weren't aware of before, especially when it comes to how connected everything is. A spiritual mama slap, boom. A spiritual domino, boom. You're about to be hit by all sorts of things, my gorgeous Gemini, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, baby. It's all going to start to make sense here. So you're going to be reminded of this idea, and you're going to be happy that something has come to an end, because you will know if this didn't come to an end, I wouldn't be able to do anything about this idea. I would be and feel so frustrated for a very long time, because there is so much to this idea. Okay, and the more you think about this idea, when you're reminded of this idea, you say, the more you're going to realize how smart and wise for you this is to do. Financially, this is going to be amazing. Financially, this is going to be incredible, my gorgeous Gemini. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely brilliant, you know? So this idea is going to be really successful for you. But what you need to understand, this idea is going to be really successful for you when it comes to your money and when it comes to your finances. But I need you to know one thing. When it comes to this idea, this is not something that you can cut the corners with. Do you understand what I mean? When it comes to this idea, you need to be patient. You need to accept the fact that you're going to need to be patient when it comes to this idea, because there are two things are going to be on your mind, and you will know naturally what do you need to do. Number one, when it comes to this idea, the more you think about it, the more explosion this is going to be causing in your life. But in a good way, I mean this, because the more you think about this idea, the more things are about to make sense. Like, it's like a massive change of priorities. It's going to happen at this moment in time. Your world is about to change. Your world is about to turn upside down. You're about to become so excited, because you're going to feel things when it comes to your future you've never felt before, but you're not going to be able to explain this, but that you're feeling drawn towards what you should feel drawn towards. There is no doubt about it. But when it comes to this idea, there are two things that are going to be on your mind. On one hand, you will know, okay, number one, I need to be patient, and I know I need to be patient when it comes to this idea, and I know that this is going to work out for me. Okay, number two, there is going to be some kind of suggestion that you are going to have when it comes to this idea. There is some kind of option you are going to have when it comes to this idea. But this is going to be all about cutting the corners, and which is never good. It's never good to cut the corners. You always need to follow the natural progress, the natural process of whatever we do, because it's more to do with certain experience we go through rather than an end result. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so, you know, so the first thing that you're going to realize about this idea is the fact that you're going to need to be patient. But the problem is, and it's going to be brilliant, it's going to work out for you perfectly, especially when it comes to money and when it comes to finances. This is going to be one big mama that's going to come out of it. But the problem is that there is something going to be suggested to you, something is going to be offered to you. There is some kind of option you're going to become aware of, but this option is just like a temptation. It's like, at the same time, it's going to seem like it's too good to be true. And this option would make this idea alive, like really quick, really soon. But you would know instantly that you are doing something wrong. You will know instantly that this is not the right way to go about it. So, you know, you just need to be smart here. You need to avoid this temptation. You need to avoid to cut the corners, okay? And when I say this, it's obviously this option or suggestion that you're going to become aware of when it comes to this idea to bring it into life. You know, it's something it's going to seem like too good to be true. Something that could happen like instantly. But then again, you know, that's not the way to go about it. You know, it's too good to be true. And it is to do with some kind of temptation temptation, that it's going to be obvious from that moment onwards. But I need you to be strong, and I need you to be strong, and I need you to be guided by your higher self. Your higher self, it's most certainly not going to be guiding you towards some kind of temptation, okay, towards you cutting the corners. Your higher self is always going to be guiding you towards you, it's going to be guiding you in such a way where you're going to feel drawn towards doing the right thing, and let this unfold organically. So when it comes to this idea, you need to accept the fact that you need to be patient. This is going to take a little while, but my God, a really, really big wish is going to come true. Okay, very important to avoid this temptation, whatever this is. Something that would kind of bring this idea into life instantly, as if, do you know what I mean? But you will know that straight away that this is not the right thing to do. So this is what I need you to be aware of. This is what I need you to pay attention to. And there is a really big wish which is actually going to come true as long as you follow the right path and do what you feel intuitively drawn towards, you know. So it's to give it a time a little bit and let it unfold organically. And this is important because you're going to learn so much about yourself, about your life, and about the necessary changes you naturally need to make. So it's all going to start working in your favor in such a beautiful way. And by the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Gemini, a really beautiful reward, a really beautiful victory. Listen to me very carefully. You're going to feel so proud of yourself at around the end of this week. Something really good is going to happen. A really good news, a really positive news. It's going to make you feel so happy. It's going to make you feel so proud of yourself. You know, it's to do with you having a really, really nice and rewarding time, and you having a big victory, big achievement, big reward. This is going to mean to you so much, but at the same time you're going to be so glad that you did what you had to do in order to have this victory, in order to have this achievement. You know, you had to fight for this so much. You had to prove your point so many times. You had to repeat certain things so many times. You had to do things that you became like kind of bored of, you know, so many times. You had to be so stubborn at times, you know what I mean, to actually have this achievement, to have this accomplishment, especially when it comes to you, oh my God, feeling so proud, but at the same time a lot, you're going to be reflecting on the fact that how stubborn, especially stubborn, you had to be in order to have this reward, in order to have this achievement, in order to have this big victory. This is going to really confirm to you the power of your own intuition and the power of your own mind, you know, the power of your own spirit, the power of your higher self. You were guided towards this at a time when maybe lots of people were telling you no baby no, but you followed your path, and now you are going to be picking your rewards, my gorgeous Gemini. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. So now naturally you are really gonna realize that there is a major choice you're gonna need to make after that moment in time. Whatever this is, you need to go on with it. You need to get on with it. You need to take this on the next level. Okay, I'm sorry, but whatever this achievement and reward is, you need to take this on the next level. That's exactly what you're gonna be thinking about immediately. You're gonna be thinking about making this major choice. You're gonna be thinking about making this bold move. Something you're so, but you are so passionate about this. This comes to you naturally. This is to do with your passion. This is to do with things that you're so passionate about. And how you're gonna know what do you need to do next? How you're gonna know, like, how you can take this on the next level? It's now suddenly when you have this big reward, when you have this big victory, when you have this big achievement, yes, you're gonna be going through all sorts of emotions, and you're gonna realize what I told you that you are going to realize. You know, that, you know, certain things that you have done, you're going to be thinking about in order to be brought to this aspect of your life. There's certain things you have to be stubborn about. As I told you, a lot is going to be on your mind. But at the same time, now suddenly, boom, you're going to find yourself thinking about your past. I know something is terribly going to remind you of your past. Something is terribly going to remind you of your childhood. You know, something in all this, something when it comes to all this, it's going to bring you right back, baby, whether you like it or not. You're going to be reminded of these certain aspects of your childhood, certain aspects of your past, you know, whether you like it or not. This is so important for you to reflect in this particular way. Why? Because by you reflecting on your past, you're also going to know what to do, how to take this on the next level. You know, do you understand what I mean? Yeah, and you know, by you reflecting on your past, somehow by you through you reflecting on your own past, you will have an insight when it comes to exactly what do you need to do right now in order to take this on the next level. And this is to do with that major choice you're going to make. This is to do with you, oh my God, making such a big move. This is to do with you doing something you're so passionate about. This is to do with you having an important conversation with somebody after that moment in time about all this, which is going to be leading towards you making such an important compromise in order to make this happen, in order to take this on the next level. And I'm so glad you're doing this, my gorgeous Gemini. This in itself is going to be the moment in time you make this compromise. Oh my God, at that moment in time, you will this will be such a meaningful experience for you. You will already know you will know already you did the right thing. You know, you are really at the beginning of something really special, and you should focus on this right now because it's going to be absolutely life-changing for you indeed. So now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards and I'm going to see what's going to be a tarot card of the week. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards and I'm gonna see what's gonna be a tarot card of the week. Oh my, Knight of Wands. Yes, surprise, surprise, my gorgeous Gemini. This is such an important stage of your life. Listen to me very carefully. There is going to be a very unusual dream you're going to have. My goodness, there is going to be such an unusual dream you're going to have, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's important for you to really do what's going to be highlighted when it comes to this dream. You will be reminded of, my God, you will be reminded of this particular person you immediately need to reconnect with. There is some kind of a person going to be in your dream, somebody who you haven't spoken to for the last couple of years or so. It is ever so important. Nothing happened at the end. There was no argument, there was no fight, there was no disagreement. You know, sometimes people just need a time on their own, you know, and you will be reminded of this person that you haven't spoken to in a while, my gorgeous Gemini. And when it comes to this person that you're going to be reminded of now, suddenly, oh my God, you're going to start missing this person quite a lot. And I'm so glad that you're going to get in touch with this person because you are going to send them a message or something like that, and this person is going to be so pleased, so glad that you got in touch with them. But then again, this person is about to give you such a sacred message. This person is about to tell you something crazy, but really important. This person is like having right now some kind of a major vision based on you. And this person is not even going to be able to explain this to you properly. By the time this person says this to you, half of the things this person is not going to remember themselves. But the major point of this, it's going to be absolutely clear, absolutely obvious, a very specific message for you you're gonna need to follow. This is really going to awake you as well when it comes to you kind of, you know, taking your life even more seriously. And I know it sounds, oh, taking your life even more seriously, but in a good way. In a good way. This is really going to open your eyes, whatever this is, and it's going to put you on the right path when it comes to you finally deciding that to make the most of this life. And this is going to lead, you know, towards you coming out of your comfort zone like never before. okay, which is ever so important when it comes to us moving forward with our lives, and when it comes to us, you know, like really expanding our horizons, okay? Very, very important, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. Hello, my gorgeous people. I'm so excited to finally share something I've poured a lot of intention into. I've created the Ritual Mug collection, 3 absolutely beautiful mugs designed for your sacred mornings, tarot sessions, and daily rituals. First up is the High Priestess Brew, which is perfect for connecting with your intuition and centering your energy before a reading. Then there is a full moon fuel, a lunar inspired mug for aligning your energy with the moon's cycles. And for those powerful go-getter mornings, there is Sip Your Strength, designed to help you step into your courage and purpose. These aren't just mugs, they are intentional tools to bring energy and magic to your day. You can shop the full collection right now. Just tap the link in the description or click the card up here to explore all 3. Thanks so much for supporting what I create, and I can't wait to see which one calls to you. Hello, my gorgeous people. Just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions. And the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.